He was a larger-than-life character, I think you could say. He was lots of things to lots of people, but he was absolutely full of life. So when we got his diagnosis in 2017, it was absolutely devastating for all of us. Well, actually, it was a friend of mine that had suggested it. She told me about the fact that she really regretted that she didn't have her mum's voice anywhere. She had one telephone message that had been left on her mobile, and she played that and played that and played that and was terrified about losing it. And she said to me, I think for you and the children and for all his family, it would be great to get something down so that you have his voice. When he first died, I had it on in the car, and every time I put the ignition on, his voice was in the car with me. We can pick and choose when we want to listen. It's not like a photograph where you might catch a glance of it. You've got to make a deliberate decision to listen to something audio, and you're in control. So grief doesn't creep up on you. You know, you can do it when you feel strong enough and when you feel ready enough. We're so conditioned now to seeing so many images, but we don't hear many voices. So an audio file without images is incredibly powerful. When you came to do the backstory interview, what I found now, having listened to it, is how little actually talks about that awful time. So much of the interview was about his life. Illness should never define you and how you live your life. And it's important to also remember that you've had a full and happy life up to that point and celebrate that. And your interview did that. It was incredibly important having somebody that was neutral actually conducting the backstory interview, because you didn't know us, and that, I think, added another layer to the whole conversation, that you could say things, you often do, don't you? You say things to strangers that you don't say to your immediate family, and it feels much more intimate, and you provided a very intimate space to allow him to speak. So we didn't have any idea what the interview was going to be like until we received it, and I think that made it even more poignant. Some of the songs that he'd suggested to you, which were then added to the tape, actually we did then use in the funeral, because we knew that they were songs which were really special to him and to us as a family. When he came to do the backstory interview, it really helped him, in a really strange way, look back upon his life and think, okay, I didn't do too badly after all. It's not about the monetary value, you know, it's actually about what it gives you, and that to me was priceless. I gave my husband a backstory interview to help preserve his life story for future generations.